poppin', y'all ladies? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dreamin'. I'm back again with another video. If you're new to my channel, I'm gonna need you to stop what you're doing and subscribe to my channel. Give this video a big thumbs up in advance because support your girl. Why not? If you like my lashes, make sure you cop. They're only $10 and they'll be linked down in the description box below. So make sure to check that box always, 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 always. Follow my Instagram at Loving Dream with 2 G's and 2 M's as in mommy. And follow my TikTok with 2 M's simply. And without any other further ado, we finna get right into this video. So before we get into like the strip club stories and stuff like that, I'm so tired of talking about the comments. But once again, y'all, the comments in my last video were booming. And y'all niggas just don't know how to act. And it's really not niggas, it's really the bitches. Because y'all be commenting stuff from fake pages, acting like I don't know who y'all are. First of all, I have a tracking app. Second of all, the way y'all talk and the way it just makes it so obvious that you are who you are. And third of all, like, who goes out their way to make a YouTube page? I could see if you make like a little, you feel me, a little Instagram fake page or whatever to stalk your nigga or to whatever the case may be. But as far as making a fake YouTube page to comment on little old dreams videos, that's a little OD if you ask me, and a little psycho. But hey, who am I to judge? Whatever makes y'all happy. I mean, I am an influencer, I am a YouTuber, so y'all gonna do what it do. But just don't be smiling in my face and then doing shit like that, because I know who you are once again. And I know you watching this video too, just like you watch the rest of my videos multiple times, bitch. You're pathetic. But anyways, I know y'all not here for the drama. I know y'all are here to hear me talk about the secrets that I never, ever told while I was dancing at the strip club. Yes, I used to be a dancer at the club. For the people that don't know, I mean, most of y'all know. A lot of you guys know, but for the new people that's just now coming into my life, I used to dance like a couple of years back when I used to live in New Orleans. Yeah, I danced for like 2.5 years, if not 3, something like that. Something along those lines, bitch. That experience right there was a little, ooh. It was a good era, but it wasn't at the same time, because I danced until I didn't have to dance anymore, basically. Like, once I blew up on YouTube and I started making money off of YouTube and I was able to pay my half of things, because I used to have a boyfriend or whatever, and we had our apartment and shit like that. I was able to pay my half of the apartment and, you know, everything that I needed with just YouTube money. That's when I quit dancing. To me, dancing was a stepping stone. I say it every time anybody talks about dancing, or every time that somebody just asks me about my experience dancing, it was just a stepping stone to get to where I'm at. So whoever likes it, likes it. Whoever don't, bitch, fuck you and your judgment. I don't give a fuck. Like, I didn't have to fuck any niggas to get my money. I didn't have to do no OD shit to get my money. Like, I simply did my job. I went to the club, I danced, and went back home. I know a lot of you niggas just be stereotyping girls. Like, one will fuck up, like one stripper, one dancer will do the OD shit, and y'all just think it's every bitch like that dance, they be doing the same shit. No, that's not how it works. And strippers nowadays are actually very smart. They know how to talk, and they know how to explode you out your money. And I don't care how y'all take that either, because for somebody that's walking into the strip club, you know what you're getting yourself into. You ready to spend some money, and that's that. But anyways, a couple of years back, I used to have a best friend. I slick introduced her to dancing. I'm not gonna lie, I slick did, but it wasn't because I was like, oh yeah, like, come dance with me, like, this is the money I make, da 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 da. Like, she individually, personally herself asked me, like, you know, I want to do what you do, I want to make the money that you do, etc., etc. So I'm like, her being my best friend, I'm like, fucking right, like, come on, I'll show you. So I slick took her under my wing, in a way, if you want to say that. And she came to New Orleans for like 2 weeks or whatever, and we, you know, she started dancing. It was her first time dancing with me. Then we would travel. We went to Atlanta. We danced in Atlanta. I've only danced in one club in Atlanta, and it's the only club that you don't have to get naked in, because I wasn't with all that. I know in Atlanta, like, most of the clubs, basically all clubs, you have to get naked. I'm talking about butt ass naked, not just the top, not just nothing, like butt ass naked. So I never was that type of dancer. No disrespect to the dancers that do that. I don't give a fuck what you do. I'm just talking about me, myself. Yeah, we went and danced. And this specific time, we weren't in New Orleans. We was in Atlanta, right? And this bitch was so crashed. I remember us dancing, and, you know, I was doing my regular routine. You know, you walk in a club, you go to the dressing room, you get dressed, you walk out into the floor. And I would just give me a drink or two because I didn't dance sober. Yeah, I have. I've danced sober towards the end of my dancing career because, bitch, I was over it. But usually I would just have my little drink or two, you know, have my little blunt or whatever. And at the time, I did used to hit people's blunts at the club. Like, I know. Especially now with COVID and all that, that's like devastating to say, bitch, but whatever. That was me. And this girl didn't just drink and smoke. This girl was actually doing hardcore ass drugs. I was devastated for her, but that's how she coped or whatever. She was already doing these drugs outside of the club, so when she got into the club, like, there used to be this room where, like, literally you enter and you could buy any drug you wanted, like pills, weed, whatever the fuck it is that you wanted. You was able to enter that room, get lit, and walk the fuck back out. So she would actually go into that room. I didn't. I've never done anything other than weed and alcohol. I've never tried anything else in my life. I would be gone, but she would be a different type of gone, like completely, fully, just finito, adios, hasta luego, nos vemos. You feel me? We had a good night. We was both making money. Somebody commented on my stove. Aw. Sade, I miss her. We was having a good ass night. I was making bands, she was making bands. Like, we was ready to go home. You know, it gets towards the end of the night or whatever. Out the night, you're still smoking and drinking, but not to the point where it's like, ooh, bitch, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing or where I'm going. But let me tell y'all, this specific night, bitch, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, this is my first time, I feel like, ever being fully out my body. Like, I did have an out-of-body experience, for real. Like, I was walking my happy ass. It was the end of the night, like I keep saying. I was walking my happy ass towards the dressing room. I just remember I was already, like, high. I was already, like, just lit off the liquor and stuff like that. But as I'm about to walk into the dressing room, there was this one person by the door or close to it or whatever, and she was already rolling up, and I see her, she was sparking, and I was like, ooh, let me hit that, like, right before I walked into the dressing room. And she did. She let me hit it, and I don't know what they had in that motherfucking blunt, but it's like I hit it like 2 times. After the second time, my brain went, like, I kid y'all not, like, I was out of there, like, completely out of there. So I walk into the dressing room, and I instantly just have to sit down, bitch. Like, I got scared as fuck because my mind was just, like, not there. It just felt like it was laced or something. I don't know what they had in that blunt. But on God, I sat down in, like, a little chair, literally in the middle of the dressing room. And I just remember emptying out my bag. Like, I fully just, like, and all the money that was in there, I literally just let it fall on the floor because, you know, at the end of the night, dancers count their money. I mean, you don't necessarily have to do it right then and there, but then you do have to pay tip out. If you didn't pay tip out at the beginning, you got to pay it at the end. I will always pay it at the beginning, though, because fuck that shit. If you don't pay tip out, by the way, then you can't work. So you're basically paying to work. Yes, that's how it works. Although I was that messed up, like, although I was that gone, I still wanted to count my money. And I didn't even think, like, I was going to be that gone because as the time kept passing, as the minutes kept passing, I was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So I really don't know what the hell was in there. At this point, I'm sitting like this in a way on the floor, and I'm trying to count my money, and then my head just goes like this. Like, I literally could not lift my head. I was like, what the fuck? So instead of counting my money, I literally put it all back in my bag because I'm like, if I don't care about nothing else, bitch, the money that I made tonight, I am not about to, I didn't play about the money. Just take care of the money, make sure the money's up and secure, and we bring it with us home. Nobody's about to take this. Like, my friend was gone too, but she was not as gone as I was. Like, she was like a hyper gone. Like, I was like a downer gone. So she's just looking at me. She's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, like, I don't know what's going on. So she damn near, I don't even remember getting dressed. But obviously I had to get dressed because you can't walk out the club with club clothes. So I got dressed. I didn't drive that night. I didn't even have a vehicle back then. And I was in a state that I didn't live in. I didn't live in Atlanta back then. I lived in New Orleans, and I traveled from New Orleans to ATL. She lived in ATL though. So she drove. I think she helped me put my clothes on. I don't remember. I don't know. And we walked out the club, and I remember just getting in her car. It was about like 3. I think they closed at 3. Yeah, that club specifically closed at 3. They closed the club so early in Atlanta because in New Orleans, it'll stay open till 6, 7, whatever. And when the last customer leave out, that's when they close. But that's Bourbon Street, so that's the party life. Y'all don't know about that. I just remember the bitch saying, like, we literally stopped at some gas station, and there was this car, like, following behind us or whatever. It was clients, 2 clients from the club. This is where the story gets hectic. This bitch gonna tell me, while I'm like halfway like this, I'm just trying to get to the house at this point and just lay down and pass the fuck out into the next day. I didn't know if I was dying. I didn't know if I needed to go to the hospital. I didn't know shit. But remember I said she was a hyper gone and I was a downer gone. So we stop at the gas station. Her car is on one pump and the car with the niggas is in the pump behind us. And she's like, yeah, like, I'm about to get some more money real quick. I don't even know what the fuck she was on. But one of the niggas get outside the car and literally gets in my friend's car at the time. We're not friends anymore. And then she puts me in the nigga's car behind us or whatever. And I was just in the back seat while there was one nigga in the driver's seat. So it was honestly that nigga and me. He was in the driver's seat and I was behind him on the, in the back seat or whatever. And I was laid the fuck out in the back seat. She gave me her jacket so I could just use it as a blanket or whatever. But they went and got in her car and did whatever the fuck they did. I don't even know. We didn't leave the gas station because I remember we were just posted up. So that's how trifling shit was. The nigga never drove with me in a car or nothing like that. But one of the times I remember, like, I had to open a door and just throw the fuck up. So I opened this nigga's car door and I threw up, and I just remember him asking me, like, oh, are you okay? He was literally on his phone. Like, he wasn't disrespecting me. He wasn't trying no weird shit on me. He wasn't expecting shit. Like, he was just letting his boy do his thing or whatever, because him and my friend had been speaking at the club. So, and he was a young nigga too. So I guess he was going to give her more money. They did whatever they wanted to do in the car. And at the time, like, she was very like that. So she was on go. So she went. And she did get her coins or whatever. And once they were done, this bitch literally... I just remember thinking, like, while I was out my body in the back seat, I was like, damn, like, what if something happens to me? I'm like, fuck, what if somebody tries to, like, rape me or something? Like, what if they're, like... my head was going crazy on top of just being gone like that, and on top of me not knowing if I was dying or if I needed to go to the hospital. Like, how I was feeling, I almost passed out, I kid you not, like, while I was laying down. But I didn't. So, it wasn't even that long. The bitch came and got me probably about like 35 minutes later, and she got me and put me back in her car. She said bye to the niggas or whatever, and then we just went home. And so she just made a couple of extra bands because she was on that. So that's the story. But can you picture, because like God and my angels were dead ass around me, because that could have been a catastrophe. Like, somebody could have, especially with young niggas nowadays, like, and in ATL, like in the A, what they on. Like, anything could have happened. And then they didn't know us from nowhere. Like, they could have just been like, yeah, like, I'm finna do what I want to do. Like, but they didn't. So I thank God for that. Like, that's why I said, like, I have something protecting me, like, all these years, like, especially since I left my house, like, at 19 years old. Like, I've been, so much shit could have happened to me, but God literally shows me that he's always fucking present. Like, it never fails. Like, it just never fails. And I know it's God. It's not nothing else but him. So I just want to tell my young girls out there, the girls that are dancers, the girls that are just now getting into this life, or that even been in this life for just a little bit, like, it's not worth it. Like, anything could happen, and niggas are not on shit. So please just do your job at the club if you are a dancer, and just go home. Don't ever do anything like that. Like, I wish I would have had control of the situation, but at the time I literally had no control. Like, it was in my car, for one. For two, I was gone. Like, for three, like, it was very irresponsible. Like, I should have never even hit anybody else's blunt, especially not knowing what was in there. So just remember, like, people are out there to get you, especially in places like that. It's where the devil is, literally. I can't stress it enough. So just remember, it's not worth it. Remember the words that are coming out of Dream's mouth. Get your coins at the club and dip. Bring your own weed, bring your own drugs, bring your own whatever. Like, the most you could do is just have your little shot right there at the bar, or your little drink right there at the bar, and make sure you don't leave your drink alone ever, 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 ever. I don't give a fuck if it's for 2 seconds, or if you look away for 2 seconds. Like, always have a little napkin on top of your drink. I never did slack with my drinks, so that's one thing I could tell you. And that's that. Like, you can get your money, but be safe getting your money. Okay? Basically all I had to say. I never told anybody that story. If you like videos like these, if you want more strip club secrets, because I have way more, that's why I'm telling y'all all of this. Just give this video a big thumbs up. Please comment down below. Like, leave as many comments as possible. Help your girl out. Cop my lashes. Once again, $10 down in the description box below. Follow my Instagram at Loving Dream with 2 G's and 2 M's as in mommy. And follow my TikTok at Loving Dream with only 2 M's. Love you guys so much, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Bye.